Okay, that's gonna be fun. What's going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video once again today, and today we're going to take a look at rugby. Plain and simple. I believe this was explained to me as the most popular version of rugby, or more so, it's just regular rugby. Rugby union is the rules that we're going to look at today. Obviously, if you guys want to see the video between, I think it compares rugby league and rugby union, compares like the two of them, so maybe I know the difference between like such as a game like the NRL and just regular rugby, like the one that's played at the Olympic level. Let me know if you guys want to see that though, down in the comments below. Also, if you guys like these hoodies, I don't have a website quite ready for you to check them out, but let me know if you guys appreciate the swag. I'm debating not doing merch necessarily, but just helping out some other small creators around the world, especially during this tough year and this tough time. So let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. But yeah, I'm really excited to take a look at the rules of rugby union, so we can maybe understand a bit more and then get to enjoy the games a bit more. Maybe do some live streams, who knows? But yeah, let's get into rugby. As well, guys, you can find the original video just down in the description below.
Nin explains the rules of rugby union. The object of the game is for your team to score
Sometimes
more points than the
referred to as
opposing
rugby.
team. The game is played with two teams of 15, playing on a field that's 100 metres long between the goal lines. In rugby union, you may run forwards with the ball, and you may kick the ball forwards. But what's interesting about rugby union is that you can only pass the ball backwards or sideways. You cannot
I guess
pass the
like
ball
trying to
forward.
understand some of the differences between the two. I swear that's the same thing you can do in rugby league as well, correct? Maybe I'm just not letting them talk. I'm sorry. I'll leave it.
And doing so will result in your opponent being awarded possession. The idea is to score points, and there are several ways to do this. Number 1, a try. You can run with the ball into your opponent's in-goal area and place the ball down onto the ground. This is a try and is worth 5 points.
Okay.
Unlike in American football, the player must press the ball on the ground with downward pressure. No downward pressure equals no try. Number 2, a conversion. After scoring a try, you are awarded a conversion kick to add more points. The kick is made from a spot 20 metres from the goal line and perpendicular to the spot where the try was scored.
And they can
Kicking the
block
ball
it?
between the posts and over the crossbar scores 2 points. Number 3, a penalty. If your opponent commits a foul, you may choose to kick the ball from the ground between the goalposts. This scores 3 points. Number 4, a drop goal. You can also kick the ball between the posts at any time during open play. To do this, you must drop the ball onto the ground first before kicking it. This also scores 3 points. To stop you
That
from
is actually so damn talented. I don't know, I guess kicking a rugby ball, if it's easier than kicking an NFL football, which I mean, obviously, it's probably a lot easier because it's a bigger ball, but some part of me is kind of thinking, you know what, that kind of makes it look a bit more difficult, so...
scoring, your opponents will try and stop you by tackling. Your opponent can grab you below the shoulders and pull you to the floor or stop you moving forwards. In rugby union, once a player is tackled, the ball carrier must let go of the ball. This usually results in players pushing each other away on the ground whilst the teammate tries to get possession of the ball. Players from either team can get possession at this point. This is known as a ruck and is an important part of the game.
Really?
To the untrained eye, it looks like a bunch of men rolling around on the floor, but in reality, they're trying to push the opponents away so that they can get the ball.
I feel like that's where a lot of the fights happen.
Important part of the game. This is essentially a ruck while standing up. Players will usually push opposing players backwards in order to gain better field position. Unlike in American football or rugby league, there are no set limits for possession. If a team can keep the ball for the entire game, they generally will. The game is played in two 40-minute halves, for a combined playing time of 80 minutes. The team with the highest score after 80 minutes wins. That's basically the gist of it, but there's a few other rules you'll need to understand before playing or going to a game. For example, knock-on. Any player deflecting the ball forwards with their arms or body is committing a knock-on. Remember, you're not allowed to pass the ball forwards, so you're not allowed to deflect it forwards either, unless it's a kick. Committing a knock-on will result in the other team being awarded a scrum. Scrum. This is a method of restarting play, usually after a forward pass or a knock-on. The forwards of both teams line up and push against one another whilst the ball is rolled between them. In general, any team can win possession of the ball at this point. In touch. This is rugby terminology for out of the playing area. The outer lines of the field are touch lines, and any ball leaving the field of play is said to be in touch. Line out. This is another method of restarting
Yeah, that's
play,
so impressive.
usually when the ball has left the field in touch. Players from each team will line up 1 metre apart whilst the ball is being thrown between them. Players are allowed to lift teammates up to try and gain possession of the ball. There are many other rules not discussed here, but as you watch or play Rugby Union, they will become very clear indeed. If you found this video at all helpful, please like,
it's
share and
extremely
subscribe.
helpful. You're
It takes me
appreciated.
ages to make one of these things, and good karma is very much appreciated. Be sure to follow me on Twitter also, but in the meantime, enjoy Rugby Union.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to him. He's actually super informative. But okay, I'm a little intrigued by some of these situations because obviously a maul. Like this literally, also a ruck. We're gonna go through kind of the end of this video because I'm still bit by bit sort of learning. But before we do that, are there like any basics or like, I guess what's the best word for this? Common knowledge things that you would know from playing rugby that maybe I should know, I guess, in this game? Or so like, whether it's like formations or like plays or like what you call something, like just, I mean, like for basic like footballing, or I guess in my case soccer terminology, it's like just like the saying one more when you know you just need that one more pass to try and get like through on goal or send it, like stuff like that, like little phrases, little things that you say in the game that kind of help me maybe understand rugby a bit more. But okay, we're gonna go back through once again to maybe take a look at like some of the other rules. Obviously the tackling rules are kind of self-explanatory. A ruck,
To the untrained eye,
a ruck is
it looks
pretty
like a
sick,
bunch
you
of
know,
men
so
rolling around
essentially you
on the
could
floor,
win
but
possession
in
back from
reality,
the other
they're
team
trying to push the
if
opponents
your
away.
guys get to the ruck fast enough. Like if you have the bigger dudes in the ruck, you could move people
This
away.
is essentially a ruck while standing up.
A
Players
maul,
will usually
that just
push
looks
opposing
insane,
players
dude.
backwards in order to gain better field position. Unlike in American football or rugby league, there are no set limits for possession.
I love that there's no
If a team
scoring time
for
limits.
a
And 40
combined
minute
playing
half time
time
makes sense.
or playing or going to a game, committing a knock-on. Remember, you're not allowed to pass the ball
So like if you
forwards,
get, let's
so
say you
you're
get
not
hit
allowed
from
to deflect it
behind
forwards either,
in rugby,
unless it's a kick.
and like as you're getting hit from behind, like a guy hits the ball with his head or something, and you like trying to recover it, just drop it forward. Is that considered a knock-on, or would that just be like a fumbling?
Committing a
I
knock-on
don't know.
rules
I guess because fumbles aren't really
This
a
is a
thing
method
in
of
rugby, are
restarting
they?
play, usually after a forward pass.
I've got
or a
like
knock-on.
minimal
The
questions,
forwards
like
of both
just the
teams line up
tiniest
and
little
push
questions
against
you
one
can think
another
of. That's what
whilst
I'm
the ball
worried
is rolled
about.
between them. In general, any team can win possession of the ball at this point. In
That
touch.
scrum is sick.
This is rugby terminology.
Okay, and
for
then
out
this
of
thing. What is it? A line out.
play. Usually line up 1 meter
this.
apart whilst
So
the ball
like
is
the
being
team
thrown
throwing it
between
in,
them.
could the other team
Players are
intercept
allowed
the
to
ball
lift
in the
teammates
air?
up to try and gain possession
Like
of the ball.
obviously you're gonna try and throw it towards your own
There are many
teammates,
other
but like
rules not
imagine you're the
discussed
guy
here,
who
but
with
as
like
you
a
watch and play
45-inch
Rugby
vertical,
Union,
who you don't
they
even
will
have to
become
hoist
very
up,
clear
you just
indeed.
jump up and get it. Like that would be
If you
so
found this
sick.
video at all helpful,
Okay, but yeah,
please like,
those are
share,
my
and
basic
subscribe.
questions, I guess, from Rugby Union, or I guess this is the regular version of rugby. So obviously, me being me, I'm gonna read all your comments. I'm gonna get very, very inquisitive. Let me know what I don't know on this video down in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, this is a sport in general that I've really enjoyed watching, and I look forward to continuing to watch it. So please leave me your guys' video suggestions. Leave me what you guys want to see on the channel, and I'll be sure to get to it. Thank you guys once again, and peace.